Hello there, Voltage Modular people, PoohBear here and welcome to my channel. Today we're just going to do a very quick technical overview of the Blackbox Area C. Yeah, this was something I sort of snuck into the PoohBear bundle. If you follow my channel, then you would have seen in one of my chat videos I made obviously reference to this particular device. So for anyone who hasn't actually seen that video, basically Blackbox Area C is an in-C producer. If you don't understand about what in-C is, please go and see some of my other videos. But basically, it's a music box. That's the best way of thinking of it. Where I had something like over 130 devices, I've managed to cram them down and to fit them into this one box, which obviously frees up a lot of system resources to allow you to go off and then do your sound design. It's quite straightforward. You have a start button, you've got a reset button. So every time you hit reset, or once the full cycle's finished, which will mean it's actually gone through all of its 53 phrases, you get a new rendition. So you get a brand new rendition every time. You can't say, hey, I'm listening to this rendition, I really like it, I wish to restart it back from the beginning again. No, you're going to get a different rendition. So do make sure you hit your record button if you wish to keep them and obviously to play them back. It's a one-shot deal basically. So at the top we have a min and max, and that's to do with the range of the randomization to do with the phrases it's going to be outputting. So when the min is actually set to the min, it's set to 4, which you can start working out yourself depending on your BPM. It's basically saying it's about 4 bars, so it's going to be 32 pulses. So just think of it as 4 bars. And so 4 bars, you have to times them by 53 phrases and all the rest of it. So it's going to be around about 7 minutes on the min. When the max is on the min, you're around about the 14-minute mark. If you then obviously reverse it and put the min to its max, it's around about 7 hours, and the max to the max is around 14 hours. Now, because of probability, because of chance, probably out of a couple of million plays, you might get a 14-hour play. To be honest, you're going to get on average around about 10 hours. And obviously when these are both set to the minimum, the min and the min, you're probably going to get around about 10 minutes. I doubt it you're going to get a 7-minute mark, and I doubt you're going to get a 40-minute mark. Because of the randomization, because of probability and everything else, you are going to be really more smack bang in between the two. So the little lights here, well, basically also these digital displays, is the top one is whenever any of these ports change to a new phase, it will actually just report it back. That's the minimum one, so that's the lowest phrase at the moment being played, which happens to be phrase number 4. That's the highest one, happens to be phrase number 5. Simple as that. As I said, we've got to start reset. These two little buttons are just to turn the graphics on and off. One would turn off the span graphic, and the other one would turn off the lights in the background showing you which notes are being played. Quite straightforward for the ports out. They're all ports out. Over on the left-hand side, we have our pulse. So this is ideally where you want to either pump this out to something like a mallet sound or a piano sound, very high pitch, so you might want to obviously push that octave up. And then this is port number 1, and we go along to port number 16. So ideally you should try and wire these up in order because of it. This is quite an optimized box, so if you decide that I'm going to wire up there and you're going to wire up there, it is quite optimized. You're not going to waste too many CPU cycles, but you may get confused because of the way it's working stuff internally. So it's working on this stuff which you haven't got wired up and you can't hear what's going on. So that's your pitch and your gate, and this bottom one's called a span. Got a device spanner, and it's basically going to take this is representing a voltage. So at the top it's a +5 volts, at the bottom it's a -5 volts. I span this stuff out and I use these to control things like the panning, just to give a little bit more ear candy to what we're actually listening to. So it's quite handy to have this to obviously go off and modulate other stuff as well. As you can see, I'm also using my spanner over here, and that one happens to be doing a bit of modulation on the levels, whereas this one here I've got actually going off and I'm actually modulating the pan. Just a quick amendment, I forgot to talk about the speed knob down here. The speed knob is actually the same as the rate knob on the spanner. So if I was to obviously just increase this rate knob, you can actually see it's actually just going to increase the modulation, what you can see going on there. It does go incredibly slow. It goes down to 0.0001 of a hertz, which is basically, it take about 2 hours, 40 minutes to do a complete cycle when you have it that slow. So it's just turning this little knob down here. And that is basically it in a nutshell. That is all what a Blackbox Area C is. As I say, it's my in-C project, which I've managed to cram down into a single box. So you can just very quickly start wiring it up to create whatever sounds you wish to out of it nice and quickly. So thank you for watching, and bye for now.